Masha and the Bear. Chapter 2. The Bear's Cabin. Do you remember Masha? Well, there she still is, in the bear's cabin, with her eyes wide open and her heart beating so hard it sounds like a bird trying to escape its cage. "Don't be afraid," says the bear. His voice is so deep it seems to come from under the ground. But it is kind, like the voice of a very big, very old grandfather. "I won't hurt you, but now that you're here, you'll stay with me. You'll cook my porridge and keep the cabin clean and tidy." Masha, who is as clever as a fox, doesn't protest. She nods without a word, but inside, her mind won't stop. "I have to get back to my grandpa. I have to find a way." And so the days in the cabin begin. The bear goes out every morning to find honey and firewood, and doesn't come back until the afternoon. Masha, meanwhile, sweeps, scrubs the enormous pots and pans, and cooks the porridge in a pot so big she could almost fit inside it herself. As the days go by, Masha discovers that the bear isn't bad. He's clumsy and grumpy, yes, and he doesn't say much. But at night, by the fire, he sits staring at the flames with a quiet sadness, like someone who has been alone for a very long time. One night, Masha hears the bark of a dog in the distance, and she thinks of her grandfather, sitting alone by the fire, waiting for her without knowing if she'll ever come back. Her eyes fill with tears, but she doesn't cry. She wipes them away with the back of her hand and clenches her fists under the blanket. The next morning, she wakes up with an idea in her head, so clear it makes her eyes shine. "Mr. Bear," she says in her sweetest little voice, "would you let me bake some little pies for my grandpa? I'd put them in a big basket and you could carry them to the village yourself. That way, the poor old man would know I'm all right." The bear thinks it's a good idea. "All right," he grunts, "but I'll go alone. You stay here." "Of course, Mr. Bear," says Masha, and she smiles. But she doesn't smile on the outside. She smiles on the inside. That afternoon, the girl kneads and bakes the little pies with great care. The whole cabin fills with a warm, sweet aroma, like a caress you can smell. She places them carefully inside an enormous basket, one on top of the other. And that night, Masha goes to bed unable to sleep, because the next morning, very early, she will set her plan in motion. But what is this plan of hers? That we shall tell you in the next chapter.